des surprises. Hello everyone, and welcome to this new pitch session. The topic of today is energy. I'm Rebecca Svet, and I will be the master of ceremony for today. I'm really happy to be here with you, jury, with you pitchers, and with you in the audience. Is anyone working in the energy field so that I know? Yeah, okay. Well, welcome here. I'm happy to get to meet you and to have this moment together. Why are we talking about energy? Well, energy innovation is really key in our battle against climate change, right? So we really need to know how to build more resilience in our energy systems. That's why here at ChangeNOW we want to celebrate all efforts put in to shape a more sustainable and cleaner energy. So we have a few projects that are going to share their solutions to our dear jury. Welcome, jury. You'll have to pick your coup de cœur among all the projects that are going to pitch today. That's not so easy because I really like all the projects that are coming. Happy to get to know you. Who are you? Tell us a bit more in a sentence, and you don't need to wait, like, you can stay seated. We have a camera over there taking care of you.
Thank you. Do you hear me? Yeah, perfect. So thank you. Very nice to be here. I'm Sevinch R. Shimo, and I'm working at Choose Paris region. So we are the government of Paris region, and I will be head of cleantech at this government. So my job is to promote carbon neutrality in this territory and to say that we are looking for innovative solutions. And I will be here to help all international companies who would like to set up in France, and especially in Paris, of course.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Hi everyone, I'm Thomas. I'm an investor at Founders Future, an early stage VC based in Paris, investing in European climate tech startups.
Welcome.
Hello, I'm Kai Malkwitz from Berlin. I founded a few energy-related startups in my early career, and I am now co-founder of an NGO caring about the regenerative economy on the one hand. On the other hand, I'm running an accelerator, and I'm quite well known for asking critical questions.
Looking forward.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Eric Fintin. I'm a Renault Group guy, and now heading a consortium of 7 big tech players in Europe, which are Thales, Orange, Dassault Systèmes, STMicroelectronics, JCDecaux, and Eviden. And together we are building products and services, especially including in the energy world. And of course, in all our projects, we have startups. So we have also a small incubator focusing on projects with concrete projects with startups. So happy to be there.
Yeah, happy to have you here as well.
Hello everyone, I'm very glad to be here at ChangeNOW and to be part of this energy jury. My name is Harold. I'm investment director at StarQuest Capital for 10 years. StarQuest is a VC fund based in Paris. We invest tickets between 3 million and 15 million in Series A and Series B. And our credo is quite simple. If you are a founder which is developing a solution, in a high-tech solution for a lower carbon world, don't hesitate to contact me.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
We hear you. Thank you so much for being here. We're about to listen to the first 5 pitchers on energy, and then we'll have a Q&A session, and then 5 more pitchers, and another Q&A session, and then coup de cœur reveal. So let's begin with the first pitch from Yann with SWOOP Energy. Yann, it's your turn to shine.
So hello everyone, my name is Yann Cousin and I'm the co-founder of SWOOP Energy, and I'm here to talk to you about a revolution in the way we store and reuse electricity on remote sites. So imagine being on a remote location needing electricity for your activity. The conventional solution will be to use a normal conventional generator that will be running whether on gasoline or diesel. The problem is these generators are really harmful and noisy, but they're also super polluting. To give you an idea, To produce a kilowatt hour of electricity using those diesel generators is 60 times more polluting than if you were using the French power grid, which can be defined as an ecological aberration that can no longer be ignored. Sorry. So what we do at SWOOP Energy is we create the most sustainable alternative to these gensets. And what we do exactly is we give a second life to batteries that comes from electric vehicle in the end of their life. So we take those batteries, we test them, and then we turn them into mobile power stations that we call the Eco5. So the Eco5 is not only replacing polluting generators, it is a power station that can be moved easily and that also can be charged in less than an hour on the power grid. And to give even more autonomy to the user, we have developed a solar power kit to take advantage of solar energy wherever you are. At the moment, our solutions are being used in a variety of sectors, including construction, events, audiovisual, even food trucks and public services, and not to forget communities and areas where people don't have access to the grid at all, like sub-Saharan African countries, for example, where we're about to take action this year. Regarding our roadmap now, in March, we finalized a collaboration contract with an industrial that will be responsible for the assembly of the Eco5 our power station. Then April will mark the start of the industrialization of our product, and then it will be closely followed up by a first recruitment phase, and then a first fundraising of 1 million euros at the end of the year. These funds will be essential for us to expand our team, for R&D and our marketing expenditures, and to be able to propel SWOOP Energy to new heights. So together, we can manage to transform the energy challenges of tomorrow into opportunities, and to make sustainability a tangible reality for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next speaker, we'll need to support her. It's Christine, and she's going to introduce BOREALES Energy.
Hi, everybody. Imagine you are in the street. It's a very hot summer day. And you turn into this situation. What's going on here? What do you think is going on here? It's a refrigeration unit, and we see all this water sprayed on it to cool it down. It's a total loss of electricity, total loss of water. Is there no other solution to that? What can we do? Now I have another question for you. What if energy can be stored easily and clean? And maybe the answer is behind your eyes. At Boreal Energy, we promote the renewable energies. We want to store them in a clean way. Instead of having chemical batteries that will use lithium, cobalt, and so on, we use aluminum and water. We are local manufacturers and local users. Which of you, who does know the duck curve? It's not very well known, but it's a phenomenon that is increasing. The idea is to represent the demand on the network for the electricity. In the morning, it's quite medium. Then in the middle of the day, with all the solar panel in usage, it's very low. So meaning that on the network, there is less and less demand on it. And then it grows very high in the evenings. So to prevent that, we need to store more and more the energy that is produced during the day. Our solution is an ice bank that we can insert in the network that can cool down directly the system or indirectly to the refrigeration unit. We produce a machine that are modulars. They are high efficiency rate, and they have a very high load to put in the system all the total energy we have stored. Our customers, the first customers are the farms, to cool down instantaneously the milk that is produced and to stop all the pathogens that are developed. And the second market is the supermarkets that have the units, as I've shown you on the first slides. Return on investment is decreasing, is directly linked to the price of the electricity. We are looking for investors, and against global warming, use the ice power.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. You can go over there. And you will join us for the Q&A session in just a moment. For now, we'll welcome the third venture, which is called Fluitec. Let's welcome Pierre.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So I'm here to speak about industrial lubricants. Lubricants are basically present everywhere. The issue with this industry is that it's a very antiquated business model. The model has not changed for 100 years. And actually, that's a big issue that we have. It's a large market, as you can see. And the oil has actually changed 3 to 50 times during the life of the machine on average, which is completely crazy. The emissions of CO2 are happening actually more at the end of the life of these lubricants, as you can see. 66% happens at the end. Only 50% is being recycled. A lot goes into the soil, the air, and into the rivers as well. The issue with this model is that nobody is actually changing it. We have invented a model called Fill for Life, which is a more holistic approach, a little bit what a doctor would do to a patient. It's very simple. You just imagine that the oil is the blood in a machine. You would go to the doctor, you would check the oil, you would check your blood, and actually you would do a series of things to actually prolong the life of these lubricants. Let me show you in real life what this means. We're here in the US, customer is a big power plant, and instead of changing the oil in 2012, they actually extended 2 times. The result of this, as you can see in our life cycle assessment, is that we were able to extend the life from 5 years to around 20 to 30 years. 3.5 million were saved, and 3,000 tons of CO2 were avoided. A little bit about us, Fluitec, we're a scale-up company. We have 4 offices, one in Rotterdam where I'm based. We are double-digit growth. The company is also recognized as a key company. For instance, we have agreements with ExxonMobil and so on. We are B Corp, Solar Impulse labeled. How can you help us? We are here actually to do 2 things at ChangeNOW: find new partners, as well as raise money, significant amount here, about 5 million. So we have a booth, and I'll be happy to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The fourth speaker is Shahriar, and he's going to introduce us to green energy development. Please welcome Shahriar.
Hello, everybody. You're welcome. This is Shahriar from Green Energy Development Company. Yeah. Do you know there are so many water streams all over the world which have with a great potential of kinetic energy right now? Do you need so many people all over the world are looking for energy and water resources right now? This is the best solution for this mean. Floating drum turbine. That we presented a floating drum turbine which is installed on the water stream, river and canals, and be anchored by cable to the water bank side to generate electricity by rotating the turbine by the water, or replacing the generator by a water pump to pump the water outside. Our unique solution has some feature like flotation, which causes floating the turbine on the water stream to maximize the performance and efficiency. Alignment for aligning the alignment feature for aligning the water turbine on the water stream, and concentration for concentrate the water stream on the turbine's blade. There are so many advantages in our devices, like as low cost, steady state, profitable, and portability and high efficiency. Our main competitor are solar power, wind power, and pressurized hydropower, and especially stream hydropower. We have two business models. For this mean to supply electricity to electricity supplier or local distributor or small communities and local clients. Now we call you for change to fight climate change and global warming and other effects that may be caused by this. Through your investment, your partnership or donation to us. That's all about our presentation.
Thank you very much. And last speaker before the Q&A is Ivar for his project PowerUP Energy Technologies. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Ivar Grusenberg, and I'm a founder of PowerUP Energy Technologies. And I have 20 years of research experience in the batteries and fuel cells. And my dream has always been to help the mankind with one of their biggest challenges, the resiliency of the energy system. And obviously there's the batteries, which everyone can use, but the batteries are way too heavy. They're getting way too big often. They have limited capacity, they have the limited lifetime, and obviously they're the safety hazard. And that's why we at PowerUP, we developed hydrogen fuel cell-based battery capacity extender, which allows customers to get more energy out of cheaper and smaller system for longer. And this also allows customers to extend the lifetime of the batteries more than twice, lower the capex investment almost 3 times, and most important, reach the safety levels in the way that the battery solutions can be installed to the locations which they are not allowed to be installed today. And how we can do it? I mean, you most probably say the fuel cells have been there for a while, but we have been developing together with the European Space Agency the fuel cell stack technology, which is 2 times smaller and more than 4 times lighter than the state-of-the-art fuel cell technology right now on the market. And this also allows us to get to the systems which are more than 3 times cheaper than the traditional lithium-ion battery packs. And how can we do it? Obviously, there's a lot of innovation in there. There's material science, but also we are implementing in our energy management solutions today the machine learning and AI to really make the fuel cells work together with the batteries. And our technology is market agnostic. This means that we have been selling this technology to the pharmacies, medical centers, telecommunication industry, obviously defense, but there's many, many market segments we can still reach out and receive the orders from. And by all of that, we can prove you that the market has been opening finally up for the hydrogen solutions, and we can break even by the end of 2025. And why and how can we make it? Because of our amazing team. The team is our biggest asset. We have super international team with the former C-level people from Verizon, from Apple, so on. And we are also fundraising. We're looking for 7 million euros to really boost the sales. We have a pipeline of customers for more than 400 million euros right now. So come and join us. Thanks.
Thank you, Ivar. You can stay for the Q&A session with me, and we're going to call the other projects to join us. Thank you.
So the line on the...
Are you ready for your questions? Wonderful. Let's just make sure that each speaker gets at least one question, please. And let's start for 8 minutes.
Okay, I can start with PowerUP. Just you're comparing battery and hydrogen. You didn't mention improvement in the efficiency of the kilowatt hour, which is the big problem of hydrogen. So is your technology improving the overall yield of the system?
It does. It's significantly, first of all, decreasing the carbon footprint. If we take the overall carbon footprint of just the battery technology comparing to the hydrogen hybrid, then we significantly decrease that. But overall efficiency of the system obviously also has been increased. Plus also the fuel cell technology which we have is more efficient than the one has been so far on the market.
I have a question for SWOOP Energy.
Yes.
So congratulations for your pitch and for what you have already done. I understand the next step for you is industrialization and the commercialization. Can you give us some detail about the go-to-market? What market are you focusing on? And the main reason, is it a regulatory reason or other reason?
So at the moment, there's two sectors we're trying to focus on. The first is audiovisual production, because this sector is getting subsidies by the government for production, if only they give pre-production and post-production carbon impact of the whole production. So the regulation is getting this sector to actually find solutions like us. So this is going to be the main. And the second one is obviously construction, which are changing a lot as well. And all the big companies are trying to find solutions like ours.
Another one for SWOOP, sorry. Do you have the battery supply secured?
Yes, so it's been quite hard to secure the supply because our main sources of supplies were coming from Northern Europe because the market for Second Life is a bit better there than it is in France, at the moment at least. But now we have like many different sources of supply. So we've been looking at our potential forecast in sales, and our battery supply secures at least 4 or 5 times this. So we're good to go.
Thank you. So I have a question for Christine from BOREALES. It's a very exciting technology, but I did not fully get how and where you deploy it. Could you elaborate a little bit? Who are your clients and where do you stand, and where do you stand in 2 years?
Okay. Our clients are the ones that need cold. So all every part where refrigeration is needed, we can supply. Today, coal is 20% of the electricity demand, so it's a high market. What we supply is cold water. We melt the ice, and then we have a water that is about 1 degree, and then we directly cool down systems. So it could be any direct system, or it could be like refrigeration units on cold chambers, like all the supermarkets, all the storage for food need the cold. So we are using as a booster of this unit and as a secure unit for this unit. So that's some indirect usage, and we have some direct usage, like the one I present very rapidly, the one of the farms, where we cool down immediately the milk that is coming from the milking, from the cows, and so we can directly go to the milk tank. That's another usage. But anywhere where you have cold can be used.
And what is your yield ratio?
The yield, you mean?
Yes, the yield.
Yeah, we just began last year to introduce the machines on the market. So we have now a first 10 machines that are supplied, and now we plan to deploy another 30 machines this year and another 50, 60 next year.
I have a question for Fluitec. I'm impressed to digital grow, 4 offices around the world. And what about your plans in France? And you said you're looking for a strategic partner. If you have a wish list of few names, where do you plan to be in the next 2 years in France?
Yeah, so for us, being at four offices, like you said, in Singapore, in the Netherlands, in Australia, and in the US, it's great, but it's also a curse because you can be very diluted very quickly. And our customers are basically the big polluters. This is where we can have a big impact. So we work a lot with oil and gas companies. We work with the big guys who basically pollute. We have an agreement with, for instance, ExxonMobil. So if you basically copy-paste that model and you look at France, you would typically go to your Total, you would go to your Air Liquide, you would go to all these companies that basically use a massive amount of lubricants and hydraulic fluids. This is where we can really have the impact on the CO2 emissions.
And just maybe one additional question for you. I didn't catch really where the savings were coming from. Is it from the software analysis of the data that you collect? Is it a change in the product itself?
I realized I did a poor job at explaining what we do. So when I explain to my kids what we do, I usually explain, listen, it's like your body. You have blood. You want to be in good shape. So you will test your blood. And if you see that something is going on, you have cholesterol or you're lacking vitamins, the doctor can basically take care of that, right? There are supplements, there are detox, there are things like that. Obviously, we do all that. There's a lot of chemistry involved. And the next step for us is to go in a digital world to be able to measure that, similar to your watch, at distance and tell the customer, now it's time to act. What people don't get is that when the lubricants are basically get beaten, faster? I can do faster.
Not faster, but quicker.
Yeah, quicker. When lubricants get beaten, basically the machine also gets beaten. And that is actually the OPEX and the savings in lubricants are minor compared to the lesser production.
Thank you very much. So that we have time for other features to answer as well. Thank you.
Maybe one quick question to green energy. What is the cost of the device and the payback period?
The cost is about almost 1,200 per kilowatt, maybe. But depends on the water stream, maybe grouped installation be used and decreasing in the cost.
Very quick additional question. Which stage are you in industrialization of your product? How far are you?
Which stage?
Yeah.
Right now, this is a
development stage, or
no, you mean the stage of our solution?
Yes, of your final solution. Is it deployed? How is it produced?
Yeah.
Are you series production, or it's still a prototype?
We are in early stage right now, and we have produced a prototype for this one and tested it, and for operational means environmental condition.
Thanks.
Thank you very
Any
much.
question?
Okay, great. You'll have time in the networking area to go deeper into those topics. Thank you so much for being here. Congrats on your projects again and on your pitches that were nice. Thank you, dear jury, for your questions. You'll have the important mission to pick your coup de cœur. So let's continue with the next 5 pitches. And the next one is Alexandre from VoltControl SA. Let's welcome Alexandre for his pitch. Je l'ai. I've got it. Here you go.
J'appuie là-dessus, c'est ça?
Indeed. Yes. Here you go.
So hello everyone, I am Alexandre from VoltControl, a Swiss company based in Switzerland. So our solution is a voltage stabilizer which can reduce your electricity budget by 15-20%. But how is it possible? First, maybe you are not an expert in voltage, so let me explain that to you in a simple way. Imagine this gardener's nightmare. So you are obliged to water the flowers with a fire hose, but you don't control the flow of waters. So the consequences would be terrible. Wasted water and damaged flowers. The nightmare for this building is the same. So it would be wasted water, electricity, and damaged equipment. So this is how we will protect your equipment, by lowering the voltage without any losses of comfort for users. Examples, thermographic images. So you can see that without VoltControl, the temperature would be much higher than with our technology. With 240 volts, it represents 70 degrees. And with 210 volts, it represents 40 degrees. So by reducing the voltage, you are going to double the lifespan of your electrical equipment without reducing the light intensity. You can also check and share all the information you need with our application called Volt Plus. So you can see that you can have maybe around 12.5% savings, and you could also monitor several equipments at the same time. Now, how the savings are calculated. So this is your advantages. Example, an earthing hole, total budget around 240,000 Swiss francs. So it would be divided in two parts. In one part, you have your electricity budget, and on the other part, you have your operating budget. So in average, you will save 12% for your electricity bill and 50% for your installation. So a total saving around 70%, 40,000 Swiss francs. Good news, you don't need to invest. Your budget is already planned. But how it works? So we take 1/3 for lease and 2/3 for you directly in your pocket. Example, with a 60 months lease contract, the total saving would be 134,000 Swiss francs. So you will save money from the very first year. Who are our clients? Here are some of the references we work with, like big consumer, like in the next example, nursing home, big schools, shopping centers, and malls. If there are three things that you need to remind about VoltControl, is that you are going to save electricity, you are going to improve the lifespan of your equipment, and you are going to monitor your data. And remember, at the end, your mission is completed because you have helped the gardener to sleep at night. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandre. Thank you for your pitch. You'll join us for the second Q&A session in a sec. Now let's welcome the second venture of this batch. And we're going to welcome Willem for his project Sunmaxx. Welcome, Willem.
Thank you very much. Now, the world needs climate-neutral solutions for energy generation that are both economically viable and scalable. And this is exactly what Sunmaxx is about. We provide your energy alternative for heating and electricity. 100% green and 100% independent. Hi, I am Dr. Wilhelm Stein, CEO of Sunmaxx, and we are a developer and producer of highly efficient photovoltaic thermal modules with which we want to revolutionize the energy sector. Today's photovoltaic modules produce electricity with an efficiency of only 20%. The rest of the irradiated energy is lost to the environment. Sunmaxx modules use this waste heat and thus achieve an efficiency of 80%. And just like combined power heat units have replaced simple gas burners in the fossil world, we are now replacing simple PV modules with our dual use. Reliable, powerful, and cost-effective. What makes us unique is our thermal management technology from the automotive sector. We are the only supplier worldwide using a fully mass production-worthy automotive cooling tech in conjunction with solar modules. Originally, our heat exchanger is used for active cooling and heating of batteries in electric cars. Now we combine this technology with the latest state-of-the-art solar cells. The consequence is a completely new and unique hybrid device for perfect sector coupling, the solar module of the future. The Fraunhofer Institute has independently confirmed an overall efficiency of 80%, which means that we are currently offering the most powerful PVT module of its kind in the market. We have recently started our first highly automated manufacturing line and are currently under full production for our customers, supplying thousands of modules every year. This line, with a nameplate capacity of 50 megawatt, is the most advanced and modern PVT facility worldwide, giving Sunmaxx a clear first-mover advantage. Our customers are high-level European corporates from the automotive, food, and other industries, with hundreds of production facilities worldwide that urgently need to be decarbonized quickly. So if the question is about decarbonization, your home, your building, your industrial facility, or your city district, there is only one answer. It's Sunmaxx. And if you really got excited about our company now and would like to invest, please talk to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Willem. We'll see each other at the Q&A session. For the next project, we're going to welcome Florian for his project EnerKite. Welcome, Florian.
Yeah, hi, I'm Florian, the CEO of EnerKite, and I'm very happy to present you our company and technology for harvesting high-altitude wind energy to address the following challenge. The traditional wind turbines offer no suitable solution for the huge demand of distributed generation worldwide. The sector of mini-grids alone will tenfold in the next decade, according to the World Bank, and the traditional wind turbines are either too small and not efficient, or they are too big and too complex to address this challenge. Now, EnerKite uses kites to reach into strong and steady high-altitude winds to produce power on the ground, and with 90% less material, we can double the annual yield of wind energy. The system consists of three main components. We have the ground station for power generation and the steering of the kite. We have the tethers and the high-performance kite. And the system can be launched and landed fully automated even when there is no wind at all on the ground, and can produce power even at very low wind speeds in these altitudes. So that's why only EnerKite can provide constant and reliable power throughout the whole year. And for the first time, wind energy can offer baseload and dispatchable power for decentralized applications and structures. With our compact systems that are easy to deploy and designed for low wind speeds, we can reach into regions that are not suitable or economically viable for the traditional wind energy. And in regions and remote locations with the lack of infrastructure and fossil-based power production, we can reduce significantly the amount of CO2 and the costs for logistics and fuel. So now, after 10 years of intensive testing, we have reached the proof of concept, including the fully automated operation of the systems under different conditions. And we are entering now into the product development by assembling our first full-scale prototype that will be operated at a customer site in Germany next year. So with our first product, we address three huge market segments of decentralized generation. That is, and we have in every segment, we have strong industrial partners, such as Volkswagen, for example, and we sold our first system to a German medium-sized company in the sector of self-supply. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Florian. Thank you so much. I'll see you in 2 pitches for the Q&A session. And the next one is getting ready. Emily is going to join us to present her pitch of Solivus.
Hello. Solivus are lightweight solar specialists, and we're on a mission to decarbonize the built environment. My name is Jo Parker-Swift. I'm the CEO and founder of Solivus, and this is the 3rd startup that I founded. I founded Solivus because I wanted to create a solar tree for my garden for my home, and it's taken me on a huge journey. And we now have 3 products that we deliver. We have lightweight solar rooftop for commercial buildings. For the construction sector, we have modular cabins where we can put lightweight solar on modular cabins with a battery to reduce diesel generators. And for the home, the tree idea has turned into this designer solar sculpture for the home, which has a very low carbon footprint. In the commercial market, we have very significantly, even since I produced these slides, signed a 3-year contract with BP to deliver lightweight solar for all of their assets and for those of their global clients. This is an absolutely enormous opportunity, and we are looking for investment we've just launched our Series A. We're looking for our investment of between 4 and 12 million to be able to scale our team as quickly as possible to be able to deliver this incredibly exciting opportunity. Our customers save money and reduce carbon. And Solivus produce a whole solar as a service offering. So we provide energy design, the solar design, where we have a lot of IP and knowledge in that space, and then we move forward to full installation, all the permissions, and we have a long-term 25-year maintenance contracts for clients as well. The other key thing is we've also started to provide finance for clients, so they don't have any upfront payments and they can instantly reduce their energy bills. We have data that shows that our clients can save money and reduce their carbon footprint as they decarbonize their buildings. We can install in Europe through installation partners. And for the construction sector, this product was designed with international infrastructure group Balfour Beatty, and we've just moved on to our 2nd large installation with them, and we've taken away the backup diesel generators altogether, and we have a backup hydrogen fuel cell for that, so that's really big. And for our Solivus Arc for the home, we're at contract stage with a US company who are looking to sell, distribute and install this across the United States. It's highly sustainable, made of OPV, has no rare earth materials and no deep mining. It's the cleanest energy you can generate, and it's a super designer solar sculpture for the home. So we're looking for investment, as I say, 4 to 12 million. We're on scale up, we're in our Series A, and we need to scale as fast as possible to make the most of these exciting opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emily. Let's now welcome the last project of today. Frank, welcome to talk about G-LYTE. And he brought his product.
Yeah. Imagine capturing the potential of light within buildings to power connected objects. Well, that's exactly what you can do with our indoor photovoltaic cell called InDye. By harvesting indoor lights like LEDs, we can convert it into energy to power connected objects and eliminating the need for batteries or recharging. Consider this. 75% of the connected objects are used mostly inside buildings where traditional solar panels don't work. That's why we've engineered InDye specifically for indoor environments, mimicking photosynthesis. The results are outstanding performances and longevity. We are not here to power gadgets for the sake of greenwashing. Our focus is longevity and performances. Think labels, tags, sensors, peripherals in homes, buildings, offices, supermarkets, industries. That's where our focus lies. When it comes to performances, we are miles ahead of the competitions. Compared to 3rd generation photovoltaics, we outperform them by a factor of 2 to 3. Our cell is also very sensitive, down to 20 lux. To put it in perspective, that's the equivalent of a clear night. And our cell is waterproof. You can put it in water for thousands of hours without any loss in performances. So G-LYTE is not just cutting edge. It's setting the new gold standard for indoor energy harvesting. So yes, we are rigid. I mean, our cell is rigid. but it is the one you need if you are serious about your environmental impact. And like we say at G-LYTE, size matters because we can power the same connected objects with half the size of the competition. The journey of G-LYTE has been one of relentless innovation and dedication to sustainability. We created G-LYTE in 2019, and our scientific team has been on a journey of innovation since 2007. We are now on the brink of mass production with a pilot plant capable of producing tens of thousands of cells. And we are looking for industrial partners to integrate InDye into their product and for investors to join us in making a lasting impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. You can stay with us for the Q&A session and bring that to my friend over there. It's going to be easier for the next picture. Thank you. You can go on my right. Get ready for your questions.
Maybe I have one for EnerKite. I really like your product. I mean, it's amazing. Just a question, because in the wind energy, you're going to have a lot of call for tenders, and at least in France. And there is currently the normal model that you're going to use for the wind energy. What will be the limits, the breaks of the adoption of your model?
The limits for the adoption of our model?
From the big utilities, yeah.
For the big utilities? Well, we are not aiming for the applications for big utilities. We are aiming for decentralized generation. That means it's for self-supply of small and medium-sized businesses, farming, small communities. So that's our main focus. Our systems are very small. They are 100 kilowatt, and they can produce 500,000 kilowatt hours per year in average.
Last question, it's about the danger of it, having that on top of the roof of the farm. Doesn't it represent any danger?
Well, when we bring these kites into a product, of course, we will have to certify it, and we will make sure that it's the same safety as a wind turbine or planes that are flying all around us. We have a lot of safety measures because everything that is safety relevant is in the ground station. So we can be very heavy reliant on the ground without harming our harvesting. We can build very redundant systems in the ground stations for the control, because everything for controlling the kite is on the ground station.
Questions to other pictures?
Yeah, one question to VoltControl.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Sorry in advance for that question, but does your technology imply hardware, and do you manufacture it?
Yes, we could use it. We have some kind of module. So this is the brain of the machine. So this is a module that we can use it, could check with an algorithm. And with that, we could, if you want, connect it in every kind of building if you want, but more than 100 maybe kilowatt per hour.
So you're selling and leasing an hardware solution?
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
And just one additional question for you on VoltControl. I mean, having stabilizer of the grid is already something very common. Your initiative seems to change really the scale. So what technical differentiator are you bringing compared to something that we can buy on Amazon for 50 euro?
Okay, so first, this is an Israeli product. So it was acquired by our TSO, so Technical Support Officer, in 2019. And today we have some certification about it, so some kind of regulation to use it. And of course, it's better to use this kind of technology because we have some kind of suppliers around Switzerland who have just validate this technology. And we have a range maybe around 80 and 800 maybe ampere to use it. And this is, yes, well secure when you want to use it in big building.
All right. One question to G-LYTE. I was pretty surprised by your product. So could you explain me why we need indoor solar when we aim usually, like at this rooftop, for example, to decarbonize fully from outdoor, like plating it with the solar pretty cheap.
Yeah, of course, this is for connected object mostly, like sensors or peripherals, and the purpose of this technology is to put it directly on the device, and to be able to put it in a corner or to bring it with you, and it will charge the batteries.
We still need the battery, right? So that's what I mean.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. You can reduce the size of the batteries, or you can have a supercapacitor, or you can just have a printed storage on it. So, but in any case, it will add longevity or to the battery, or reduce the size of the batteries. And it's true that it's not in most cases, but in some cases you can totally fully replace the batteries.
Thanks. Maybe just another one for you, sorry. Where are you on the commercialization?
So we have a pilot plant, and we are starting the commercialization of the product.
Do you have a letter of intent signed or traction?
No, we have a lot of tests going on with big names. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Speaking of money, to Sunmaxx, some numbers on how this system compares to decarbonization with PV and heat pump.
Yeah, the answer is not easy. Because if you look into decarbonization of large plants, you typically, or industrial facilities, you typically use brine heat pumps. You cannot do that with air heat pumps anymore. And so also the combination with PV is not so easy anymore. The brine heat pumps need source heat, and this is exactly what our modules supply. In terms of economics, we can provide our heat at very, very low cost, starting at 2 to 3 cents per kilowatt hour heat, going up to 8 cents per kilowatt hour heat, depending on the system application.
Thank you.
I have a question for Soliv. Thank you for your pitch. I'm not sure to understand how you are fixing your panel into the roof. And I have another question. You know, in France, we love regulation and certification. What kind of certification you have for the market you are addressing?
Yeah, so the buildings that we focus on are the 40% of buildings that can't take the weight of conventional solar. So they tend to be buildings like data centers, aircraft hangars, manufacturing plants. A lot of those buildings are nervous about roof penetration as well and the challenges with that. So we put a lot of research into industrial glues, and so we use glues on the most part to put onto the roof, and that's where our expertise comes in to make sure that all the certificates and all the warranties are aligned with the roof, with the solar, with the glue, to make sure that, and we do lots of testing as well.
Already validated issues from waterproofing, for instance?
Yeah, for example, we could install on this roof, you wouldn't be able to put conventional solar onto this, so you'd have a specialist glue for this particular roof type and glue the lightweight solar on.
Thank you very much for your answers and your questions. You'll have more time in the networking area if you want to talk more together. Thank you again. And now it's your time to vote for your coup de cœur. Dear members of the jury, you have a pen and paper to each vote for your own favorite project. Thank you to the audience for having been there. We'll meet maybe later for the rest of the afternoon with other pitches sessions on many different topics that are so important and many challenges we address here at ChangeNOW. Enjoy your afternoon, maybe bon appétit, and see you later.